dolphins can swim. Though nothing will keep us together.
Good morning, Clockhouse. Here we are, the final achievement assembly of this half term, and what a half term it has been. And haven't you all done brilliantly? So let's get started. Hopefully this will work and we are good to go. So time to celebrate, lots to celebrate this week. Lots of amazing heroes out there, amazing Clockhouse citizens, fabulous people who've been shown they're ready, respectful, responsible and resilient, not just this week, but all half term. So as always, I always ask this question. I bet you're ready with your answers. What can you now do that you couldn't do when the week started? What are we going to celebrate today? Well, we're going to celebrate fabulous people in all year groups. We're going to celebrate fabulous people at home, fabulous people at school, and even some big people. So let's get on to the next slide where we talk about our values. And at this time, we try to keep living up to our values. I know you do, and you're working hard on the curriculum, things that drive our curriculum, the curriculum drivers that your teachers talk to you about all the time. So can you tell the people you're with some of our values? I wonder if anybody can name all 6. You've got 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who got all 6? Are you ready? Right, number 1, nurture. Number 2, respect. Number 3, community. Number 4, excellence. Number 5, excitement. And number 6 is learning. Well done, everybody. I wonder what next half term's value will be. We'll wait and see for Achievement Assembly. Right, let's get started. So we have our home learning heroes to talk about, and we're going to start off, as always, with nursery. And Mrs. Olivia and the nursery team have nominated Alex for doing amazing work at home, and Olivia for joining in with every Zoom lesson and always trying to be an active participant, always taking part. Well done, you two. Moving on to reception, and we have Wales, and Mrs. Bradshaw has chosen Blake for always being polite and attentive during Zoom lessons, and Georgia for having 100% attendance on Zoom lessons for this half term. Wow, well done. Moving on to Scotland, and Mrs. Johns has chosen Isla Ray for trying very hard during Zoom lessons and for her wonderful maths work this week. Well done, Isla. And Veer for trying very hard at home to do his learning. Well done, Scotland. Moving on to Northern Ireland, and Miss Fisher has chosen Kira for attending all of the Zoom sessions, another 100%er, and completing for some fantastic home learning. And Olivia for working really hard to improve her ability to read tricky words and listen to the sounds in words when she spells them. Tricky words are such a hard thing to learn when you're little. Well done. Let's give reception and nursery a polite Clockhouse clap. Well done, everybody. Moving on to year 1, and we have France to start off with, as always. And Mrs. Nelda Marsh has chosen David for continuing to work hard in his learning, and Elliot for not only working hard on his learning, but helping his little sister with her home learning too. What a lovely big brother you are, Elliot. Well done. Moving on to Italy, and Miss Yeomans has chosen Andrea for a fantastic story map of Mr. Wolf's Pancakes, and Usman also for a fantastic story map of Mr. Wolf's Pancakes. And Miss Yeomans has been a bit cheeky, and she has chosen 3. And she's also got Jessica for an amazing set of instructions using imperative verbs and time connectives. Moving on to Spain, and Mrs. Curry has chosen Harry for working at home, being super engaged in Zoom and eager to join in and give reasons for his answers. You're working super hard on the task, Harry. Well done. And Penny for working incredibly hard at home with her work and always presenting it clearly and beautifully. You should be extremely proud of yourself, Mrs. Curry, says Penny. Keeping up that presentation, keeping up those expectations. Well done. Moving on to year 2, and we have from USA, Mrs. Bogle and Mrs. Everingham have chosen Toby and Noah for both attending all Zoom sessions and completing their work and handing it in very quickly. Well, not quickly, but on time or within time. So well done, boys. Now, Miss Burrows has been really cheeky, more cheeky than Miss Yeomans, and she just could not decide who it was going to be this week. So she ummed and ahed, and she has nominated for working really, really hard this term, always showing the 3 R's on our Zoom lessons and being super positive during this difficult time. She's chosen all of Canada. So well done, Canada. Moving on to Mexico, and Miss Martin has chosen Asfigan for working extremely hard on Google Classroom and always coming to our lessons with a smile on his face, which is lovely to see. And Eliza for working extremely hard as well on Google Classroom and brightening up the day with her lovely smiley face. Well done. Let's give you a 1 and 2, a polite clock house clap. Well done, team. Moving on to year 3, and we have Peru to start us off with, and Miss Burrell has chosen Bogdan for working hard to complete his learning and respond to the feedback she's given, making sure, because always our feedback's moving our learning forward. And also to Alyssa for working super hard and responding to her feedback. Well done, you two. Moving on to Argentina, and Miss Mann has chosen Aaron for staying focused and listening carefully and always showing the 3 R's. Brilliant job. What are the 3 R's? Who can tell me? Well done. And Phoenix for using his resilience, the full secret art, when something is challenging and believing in himself more and more throughout the week. So showing you can do it. Well done. Moving on to Brazil, and Mrs. Fletcher and Mrs. Hoyle have chosen Natalie for working really hard on all her tasks and producing some really good quality work. And Jaden for always trying his hardest and giving answers in Zoom lessons. Well done, year 3. Moving on to year 4, and Miss Jones has chosen from Uganda, Gracie, for always going above and beyond this week and creating her very own internet safety PowerPoint. Well done, Gracie, looks really good. And Molly for working hard to complete all of her work and staying focused during Zoom sessions. Well done, Molly. On to South Africa, and Miss Kaysen has chosen Faith for always coming to Zoom with a big smile on her face and putting all the effort into completing her work. And don't worry, Wells family, because Miss Kaysen has also chosen Tristan for, again, being ready with a big smile for Zoom and really working hard to complete his work. Well done. Moving on to Kenya, and Miss Delaney has chosen Millie for working really hard and producing some wonderful writing for a newspaper report about the Colossus of Rhodes. Well done. And Ria for injecting some positivity into our online learning this week. Well done, Ria. Let's give you 3 and 4. A polite podcast clap. Well done, everybody. Right, let's move on to year 5, and let's see who Miss Bowdry has nominated for China to start us off. We have Mikey for an amazing non-chronological report. Brilliant job. And we have Isla for stepping out of her comfort zone and showing resilience in her maths work. Moving on to Japan, and Mr. Donner has chosen Gabriel for marvellous maths and continuing to engage in Zoom lessons and react to his next steps in the same day they are sent. Well done, Gabriel. And Jamie for focus over this half term has been improving, as has his presentation and his handwriting. And they've seen a lot of progress, Jamie. What a fantastic job. Well done. Moving on to Miss Spencer and India, and we have Alfie. And he's done a brilliant job with home learning and has really pushed himself to meet our aspiration curriculum driver by progressing further than he thought possible, especially in maths, which has been lovely to see. Great job, Alfie. What a lovely thing to have said about you. And Liana for always going the extra mile to complete home learning tasks to a very high standard. Brilliant job, year 5. Well done. Right, moving on to year 6. Let's see who Miss Taylor has chosen for Australia. Let's have a look. So we have Lula for her perseverance in maths this week, well done for your hard work. I know your maths has been quite tricky this week. Australia and I took on a challenge yesterday, and some people in Australia did better than me. Well, I wasn't prepared, I have to say, but they know what happened. But well done. I was very impressed when I saw your lesson yesterday. And we have Harry for his engagement during Zoom lessons and the quality of work he's producing. Well done, Harry. Moving on to New Zealand, and we have Brooke for her amazing creative work in RE this week, and Zach for his amazing work on code cracking and ciphers in computing this week. Sounds very complicated. Moving on to Fiji, and we have Libby for handing in her work every day and continue to engage in the Zoom lessons. Miss Wilson is really proud of you. And Lola for completing every task that is set of her, and she's managed to stay highly motivated throughout this difficult time, which has been really hard. So well done, Lola. And in Greenland, Mrs. Redgrave and the team have nominated a new recruit this week. So Grace has joined the provision, and she's already been nominated Home Learning Hero for completing all her home learning and playing an active part in Zoom lessons. Well done, Grace. It's welcome to the team. Let's give Year 5, Year 6 and Grace a polite clock house clap. Well done. Moving on to Hawaii heroes, those children who still come to school. And we have Malaya from our nursery and reception bubble for being such a good role model when she's in class and always listening and working hard. And don't worry, Maya, you're next. So good weekend for you both and your family for always trying her very best. Well done. We also have Freddie for always being polite and friendly and completing his work with enthusiasm. In the Year 5, 6 level, we have Tyler for giving 100% all week. Well done, Tyler. And in the Greenland bubble, we have Bobby for settling back into school and working so hard on all his learning. Well done. Let's give them a polite clock house clap as well. But as you know, as I say every single week, we have so many heroes at Clock House. We have big adult heroes and we have little children heroes. And this week I have got some big heroes to nominate. So I've got Miss Burrell for working really hard and going above and beyond and arranging some special sessions for some of the children in her class. So well done, Miss Burrell. And we have the Year 6 team for really going above and beyond and planning lots of exciting learning. So well done to you all. But you know what? I am going to nominate all the adults. I'm going to nominate as heroes all the Clock House adults, all the people who've been helping you, all the adults at home who've been going the extra mile. And you know what, children? You as well, because you have made this week, this time, so much better for us all. So thank you. Okay, remember, hot chocolate is at 2:30, and I have a story to make you think today. I wonder if you're going to watch it and have a think and help me out. Please remember, it is half term after today. So we still want to see your values. We still want to see you living up to the values just because you're at home. Remember, you may have seen last night, we posted something about a challenge for half term when you're doing your daily exercise, looking for the Ocker and Keystones boards, and you can take part in that and get your prize from Keystones. So have a look. If you haven't seen it, it's on the school Facebook page and it's on School Story of Dojo. Take a look. There's a video of Mr. Coton and Scott from Keystones, our sponsors, who are explaining what you've got to do. It'd be good to get you involved. Please do remember, just because it's the last Friday before half term and it's half term, that your adults don't want you still to be ready, respectful and responsible. So keep them and resilient. All that leaves me to say, Clock House, is it's a really difficult time. It's been a really tricky time, but we've done 6 weeks and you've been amazing. Have a lovely half term, have a rest, and we'll be back with Hawaii and our virtual classroom on the 22nd. We can't wait to see you then, and hopefully by then or on that day we'll find out a little bit more about when we can all be back together. Keep everything crossed. Have a good day, Clock House. Have a great half term. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
We can beat them forever and ever. just for one day.